Having had no experience in building a treehouse before, this was proving to be a fun and interesting project. In the previous episode, we used long recycled industrial pallets to make the roof. Each pallet overlapped the previous one below, so that the water would run off easily and not leak through into the inside of the treehouse. My dad had also dug out some old UPVC double glazed windows that he had stored in the back of his garden under some overgrown bushes for over 20 years. We decided to repurpose these windows and use them on the treehouse. We had to battle in between thunderstorms and rain showers to try and get the roof finished, but the conditions got worse and we had to take a break from building as the camera equipment was just getting soaked. A few days later, the storm passed and we got back to work on finishing the final sections of the roof. Ideally, we would have finished putting the shingles on the gable ends, but we needed to get the roof up as soon as possible with more rain in the forecast. The last thing we needed to add was the ridge cap, which we also made out of 2 long pieces of reclaimed pallet wood.
Yeah. We'll be leaning backwards.
You let go.
Got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
Keep it over to the left.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Is that to stop the witches getting them?
Nanny Pet told me that. I do it. I know, always done it. Always done it since
You
Nanny.
did your math? No, because she likes all that, doesn't she?
Always Nanny Pet. I always remember that. Never forget it. Ever since she told me that,
Yeah.
me and Charlotte both crunched the old eggs.
Did Charlie do the same?
She told us when we, I don't know,
They
8.
make witches boats or
8.
something,
Yeah, that's
don't
it. They make a boat out of it. I reckon I was 8 when I remembered it. Anyway.
Glass over here.
Yeah.
You stealing from Grampy? Stab my finger. Slowly. There's no such thing as slow with the Jack Russell and food, is it?
No.
Any more? Wow. You're a lucky boy, look at you. Very lucky. Careful. Wait. That was quite delicate, wasn't it, for you?
With the roof and sides of the treehouse finished, it meant we could finally work on the inside. Whilst I was out filming another episode of TA Outdoors, Dad had some spare time, so he started working on making a folding table. He opted to use the same method that we had for the pallet wood cabin that we made over 7 years ago. It's a simple concept, but it saves a lot of space inside as you can fold it away when it isn't needed. To make it, he just cut 5 pieces of pallet wood to equal length. He secured these together using 2 cross sections of shorter pallet wood and then a diagonal brace, much like you would do when you're making a shed door. Then he put 2 hinges on either end of the table and secured the table to one of the stud wall noggins at just below waist height. Now the table could fold away, he just needed to make some removable legs for it. And to do that, he split a length of pallet wood up the middle and cut an angle on each of the ends of the legs. Now, as you lift the table up, these angled edges just sit underneath the lip of the table and hold it there at a level height. As it forms a triangle shape, it allows you to rest items on there without the table collapsing in on itself. Now that we were working on the interior of the cabin, we needed a way to hold the trapdoor in place each time we opened it so that it wouldn't fall back on our heads. So Dad made a clamp from a short plastic tube with 2 holes drilled into it, and then this tube could be pushed into a C-clamp which would secure it in place enough to hold the door open. He secured the plastic tube to a piece of wood just above the trapdoor using 2 long screws, and then he screwed the plastic clamp in place in the top corner of the trapdoor. Now we could open the trapdoor and the clamp would hold it in place enough to stop it falling back down. Finally, Dad put a small pallet wood shelf just above the table as an area to store cups and small items. Now it was finally time to bring our kids along so they could play in the treehouse for the very first time. What do you think, Eve?
Oh, a metal ladder.
That's how we're going to get up. Oh, that was an acorn, did you hear it? You hear the bang? There's an acorn falling on it.
Did you do the windows?
Yeah, me and Grampy did.
Is that an owl? Oh no, it's a coat. There.
It's just here.
Okay,
Ah. Right. Whee! What do you think? What do you think of the table?
Oh, don't forget it.
Yeah, let's move that. There we go. Right, Oscar.
Watch your head.
Yeah, I got you. Up we go in again.
That's it. Good boy.
There you go. There we go. Wow, the tree house.
Am I bringing Jackson?
They can come up, yeah.
Cool.
Do you like it? Got a table. Daddy's not got lighting in here yet.
Oscar, don't sit down there and play.
Look, here is the tree inside the tree house. Touch it. See? It's a real tree growing up through the tree house.
Wait, that hole's broken.
Well, that's how. Otherwise, we built the tree house around the tree.
Well, there's trees out there. They're not falling down.
I can't see my bag.
What do you want it up here?
This could be a stop.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see.
Yeah, Oscar, your monster truck.
I can't see the truck.
So eventually, Eve, we'll have lights in here, so you can see. So we don't have to use the camera light all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Little shelves you can put things on.
Where's the other child?
Well, that shuts door. That's the trap door, so we can shut that, and then we can walk all over the treehouse. You see the squirrels jumping from tree to tree?
I mean it.
Can you see any squirrels?
No. What's that?
That was just the jar. Any squirrels?
No.
Oh, acorns they hit me.
Hello?
Yeah.
Daddy?
Huh? Hello. Hello.
Daddy, can we do that?
Hello.
Can we do that?
Keep it together, just fluff it.
Okay.
Fluff it a bit. Now hold it down here and try and get a spark. Tell you what, I'll lift the stick. No, yeah, and again, come down here to bring the sparks down here. And again, keep going. Try it. Yeah, you did it!
Fire! There's a fire on the floor!
Yeah. Fire. Put some more in there. Keep going, because it's raining today. Look, we need to really build it up.
Oh, I got that.
Hold on, we'll stand back.
You need to show you. So get one log, you throw it. Yeah? I have one.
Last one.
What's that?
Got chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
One for you.
Oh, yeah. Don't do
And
too
Jack's
much,
missing
not
water.
too much.
Right, Jax, here's yours.
That's enough.
Loads. Right, that's enough.
Hey, that's
I
Jax.
think it's enough.
Okay.
Hey, good boy, Jax. Good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What's the lily point in his fingers?
I was so pleased that our kids enjoyed their treehouse. It made all this effort so worthwhile, and I'll be bringing them here regularly now for them to enjoy it. We had made some great progress on the treehouse the past few weeks, but the exterior still wasn't totally finished. We needed to box in the windows and tidy up the gable ends, so we headed back the next day to get it done before the weather turned again.
So we have been making progress on the outside of the cabin. As you can see, we've kind of boxed in the edges, starting to box in the windows and just do the kind of finishing touches, because exterior wise it's pretty much finished. We are very much almost there. We're going to be going back on the interior in a minute. We've just had to stop and have a break for lunch and let the tools charge up. A lot of people have asked me, you know, how do we power our tools out here in the woods where there's no grid power? You know, we use a lot of battery powered tools, the circular saw, the screwdriver, the drill, the impact drill. There's lots of different kind of power tools we use. They're all battery operated. And because we're using these throughout the day, they obviously run out of battery and we need to recharge them. So I have 3 different batteries and I rotate them on a charging cycle with the Jackery 500, which I've got up here, the Mark II. I thought this would be a good time to just say a big thanks to Jackery for sponsoring this episode. I've been using their solar battery generators for over 5 years now. We've been using the Jackery 1000, the original one, about 4 years ago when we were building the cabin out of ash, 200 yards that way. To be honest, we just find them really useful to be able to charge our tools throughout the day so that when they run out, we can carry on charging them. Things like my cameras, when I need to charge the batteries and I'm doing big time lapses, you know, it drains the batteries and I need to charge them. I just bring one of these up. I like the fact that I can power multiple things at once, the drone, the camera, the multi-battery charger for my circular saws and things like that. It has that versatility to be able to charge multiple devices at once. I was chatting to Dad earlier about this, and I think what we like most about them is the fact that they are just really very portable. They're not too heavy. That ability to be able to just have something lightweight that can charge up all of the items that we need to, that we use throughout the day, just makes our life so much easier while we're doing big jobs like this and working in the woods for many hours at a time. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about the technical specifications of the Jackery devices, I'll put a link to their website in the description below. But thanks Jackery for helping to sponsor this video. We are now going to be working on the inside of the treehouse and hopefully get a little cooking station set up. It is looking pretty cosy in here, Dad. I have to admit, the kids loved it the other day.
That's what it's
They were
about,
playing
yeah.
shops. Eve wanted to play shops.
Give more space. That folds down. But yeah, so I fixed on the hinges there, and all these two do exactly like the pallet cabin. And you don't, if you do it at an angle like that, they lodge. I've cut a little chamfer on there, and obviously you have to cut them. Make sure you cut them with the spirit level on there as well. And that's strong, because it's just a triangle, and that makes a triangle. So that's good, that's strong. So we don't fall down the hatch. You've got some more tools coming up. It's just got the catch there.
Yeah.
So it closes. Great big piece of block board. And as you see, now you're in.
You're solid,
in.
yeah. Yeah, ready? You smell with me.
I rather like this chair.
Yeah,
there could be a bit of a story about this chair. If anyone wants to know, that was in a skip. It was all busted, so I took it apart, I've re-glued it, and I've made these, the support struts, which are the main reason they threw it away. But anybody with an eagle eye will realise that was probably a piece of broom handle I think I shaved down, which is circular, but I made the second strut circular with a, well, you know, a bushcraft knife, and it is square. That is in fact square.
And just so people know, Dad, how long did you have, prior to YouTube and everything like that, how long you had your own furniture shop, right?
Oh, well, I worked for 38 years, 6 days a week, so I do a chair to sit down in.
But furniture was your thing?
Chairs. I used to get, my favourite thing was this, and this is probably 120 years old.
Really?
Yeah, that's really old. That'd be solid English oak. As we drove past it, the wife said, "Look at all this stuff, free, take away." I said, "No, I've got to have that chair for the cabin, you know."
In the captain's chair.
Because we've got the chair next to the table. Table's here, shelves there, cooker's there. What's not to like?
We've opened the window for the gas. The gas is working after years of not using it. Yeah. Obviously, this looks brand new. It's not, folks. I've had that 10 years. I reckon that's clear. That gas pipe over there.
This one, yeah.
Ooh,
shot me. That's falling that fast, isn't
Look
it?
at this.
And we've got a little shelf there.
Shelves down here.
So we'll be putting other shelves in, won't you? Little bits and pieces.
Yeah, little thing, small bits.
Yeah, find little gaps.
It's starting to feel like a proper treehouse now. Treehouse.
There we go.
Whoa, put it off. Turn it off. Does it? Yeah,
that's what I did.
So hold on. Yeah, it's perfect. It's not going anywhere.
Almost one screw in the middle.
I do too. Dad, I'm pleased. We've got a little shelf up here now.
Extra shelf up there. Ash, your 100-year-old
All
tree.
100-year-old ash,
150-year-old.
we're still using it.
More than 100.
And look at that. I mean, we didn't really intend for that to happen, but that sits up perfectly with the handle still just being able to go under there. We'll turn the regulator off actually.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. It's never been used. Twice I used
Twice
it.
used it camping, yeah.
And then it sat in the other cabin up here, and I couldn't find the gas canister, and all along it was in your garage.
Yeah.
We just need a bit more in terms of lighting. Obviously we're using camera lights at the moment. I might get a few ambient sort of lights just so for the kids I don't have to keep bringing the camera lights up all the time.
Yeah.
And
Ladder upstairs, steps.
oh, ladder's the main thing.
That's the main
Ladder's
thing.
the next.
We're up and down that.
I'd say
it needs a slope done right, and it needs the right angle on it.
yeah, I'd say the ladder is the last, I say big job, main job to do in here because it's finished really. Isn't
Second chair.
Another chair.
If we can find a second, we just
it? Got loads of headroom.
yeah.
And the pallet, as the only thing with the pallet cabin, wasn't it? It was a bit low on your head. You watch to the sides.
Yeah.
If you guys want to watch, we built an entire cabin out of pallet wood. Way in terms of this, we used a lot of pallets on this, but the pallet cabin, it was all
It's
pallets.
all pallets and scrap metal for the roof. It was scrap everything. Bent the nails, bent the screw. Everything was salvaged.
It was all
everything.
recycled. I'll put a link in the description to that. It was
And it's
really,
still
really good
there.
series.
10 years later,
I know.
it's still there.
Mad. Right, let's tidy up that.
This beech tree has been lying here for the last 4 years. It was a dead standing tree that we felled and decided to leave on the forest floor. But each time we walked past it, we always thought it was a waste of wood just sitting there. So we decided that we could use it for something. After cutting off a test piece, the wood was starting to spalt, but it hadn't gotten to the rotting stage yet and was still very solid. So I decided to cut it up into 30-inch segments and use them as a base for a large table out the front of the treehouse. These large 2-inch thick planks are from the 100-year-old ash tree that we milled up when I first bought the woodland 4 years ago. They were too large to use as cladding, and they had some pretty large cracks in them, so we just left them underneath the tarp. It seemed a shame to let them go to waste, so it made sense to make a large table out of them. But first I needed to try and cut out the cracks and piece the planks back together again to form a more solid table.
Well, we're getting towards the end of the episode. I've just been making this table, or starting to make this table here. This is a piece of ash that we cut, the 100-year-old ash that we cut 4 years ago, which we made the TA axes from, the mini belt hatchets. The other entire cabin was cladded with this 100-year-old ash tree, and we had these kind of buried under some leaves in the woods, which is why they're a little bit dark and mouldy. But I've cut through them, and it's absolutely fine. There are some big cracks in it, so what I'm doing is just using the rip saw, circular saw, to just rip it up through the middle, and then I'm going to get another plank of the bigger ash, smaller. My plan is to wedge that together to have some live edge around the outside of it, and just try and eliminate those cracks where I can and just cut those out. But I'm finishing for the day now. That's me done. I also finished that little window up there and kind of boxed that in, but we're very much nearly there, folks. I think there's not much to do other than a few corner bits and windows the other side. The treehouse is almost complete. I'm super glad my kids loved it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that segment. I don't usually include my kids in my videos, in fact, at all. I think I've maybe done it twice in the past. I guess it's just not really my thing, guys. I don't really like putting my kids out there on the internet, but I wanted to give you an idea of what our lives were like kind of outside of YouTube. This is the type of stuff that we enjoy doing, and a lot of you have asked how my kids are, because when they were born, you know, it was a big thing, and you guys sort of wanted to know how they were growing up and things. So there you go. That's Eve and Oscar, my daughter and my son. Eve is coming up 6 and Oscar is 3, and they're the best thing that's ever happened to me. But thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to Dad for the massive help that he's been giving me here with the treehouse. If you want to subscribe to his channel, I highly recommend it. TA Fishing, I'll put a link in the description below. He uploads weekly on Fridays, 7 PM UK time. Please go over, guys. Go over to his channel and subscribe. You won't regret it. And also thanks to Jackery for sponsoring the episode and helping us out to keep our tools charged up here in the woods. I'll put all the information in the description below, and all the links to every episode of this build down below. But thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you next week.